All right, now we're doing activity 411, part C. In this case, we've got x double prime minus 14x prime plus 53x equals 0. And x of 0 equals 1, and x prime of 0 equals 1. Okay, so here our characteristic polynomial is r squared minus 14r plus 53 equals 0. So then r equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared. So that's 196. I did it in the calculator beforehand. I'm not that good at mental math. Minus 4ac. So 4 times 1 times 53 is 212. Again, done the calculator beforehand. Divided by 2. Well, look at that. That's going to be negative 16. So this is equal to 14 plus or minus square root of negative 16 would be 4i over 2. So that's equal to 7 plus or minus 2i. Okay. Well, now instead of our guesses that, remember that when e to the 7, we'll do one of them, plus 2i is equal to e to the, let's call it times t, is equal to e to the 7t times e to the 2it. And this one is e to the 7t times cosine 2t plus I sine 2t. Okay, so then you just want the real part and the imaginary part. And so that means that x is going to equal c1. Again, why is it those things? Well, if you go through all the hard work of doing it the slow way, where you let y equals x prime, and then you make it really a vector of x and x prime, or x and y, and then you do the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and do linear transformation, and then backtrack, you would get back to this. So we're just taking a shortcut again. So x equals c1 e to the 7t times cosine 2t plus c2 e to the 7t times sine of 2t. Okay, well, x of 0 equals 1 and x prime of 0 equals 1. So let's calculate x prime. X prime equals c1. Oh, some product rule. Okay. Here we go. Product rule it up. 7 times c1 e to the 7t cosine 2t minus 2 c1 e to the 7t sine of 2t. And then there would be plus 7 c2 e to the 7t sine of 2t plus 2 c2 e to the 7t cosine of 2t. Okay, so x of 0 equals 1. Sorry, x of 0 equals 1 and x prime of 0 equals 1. So I know that 1 equals plugging in 0 here gives me 0. And plugging 0 here, that's a 1, and then that's a 1. So 1 equals c1. That's nifty. And for x prime, 1 equals, and then here, plugging in 0 gives me a 1 and a 1. So 7 c1 minus plugging in a 0 here gives me 0. Plugging in 0 here gives me 0. And then plugging in 0 here gives me that's a 1, that's a 1. So plus 2c2. Okay, so then c1 equals 1. That's pretty simple. c2 subtract, this is just 7. 7c1, sorry. That's just 7. 7 times c1 is just 7. Subtract it over is negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. So c2 is negative 3. So that means x equals e to the 7t cosine of 2t minus 3 e to the 7t sine 2t. That's it. That's the shortcut.